Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I'm back with another entry using the Revival Camp devotional kit from Illustrated Faith, and I will have an unboxing link down below for you guys and my other process video. I'm going to come back probably and document some of the other prompts from the first devotional section by Brianna here, but for today's video I'm going to go ahead and skip over to Heather's All to Him. We're looking at the story of Abraham and Isaac, and God, asking Abraham to take Isaac up to the top of the mountain, and he's going to sacrifice him, and then in the end, God steps in and, saves Isaac and gives Abraham a ram to sacrifice instead. And so I'm talking about God's provision, and she says here for Genesis 22 verse 5, it says, "Can you think of a time you've trusted God to provide even when it seems impossible? Tell your story." And God has provided so many times for Dave and I can't even begin to write it all out. So I did grab this little die cut tag piece from the die cuts that you get with the kit. I'm just gonna do my journaling on there. I will just do kind of a general prayer of thanks for his provision rather than go into detail for every single little thing, because it is tons and tons and I've documented it several times. So I also have a variety of things out here. I have the little extra chipboard stickers. I don't think they have these in the shop anymore. I'll try to link them down from scrapbook.com. I'm going to be using the stencil again that I picked up from the Let's Travel collection, because why not? I think it's pretty. I like it, so I'm going to use it. I pulled out some blue alpha stickers that I think will work. I've got the stamp set. I'm going to be doing some stamping. So nothing too revolutionary today. I'm just going to create a short little entry here for the kit today. So let me go ahead and put you on fast forward and we will put this together. Alright, so we're going to keep this entry really simple. I'm going to start with the stencil, and I'm going to blend in some Distress Oxide inks. I'm pretty sure I did the same technique on the last entry that I did, and this is just a really easy way to use stencils. I don't have to worry about anything leaking underneath the stencil. My page isn't wet, so it's just a nice easy way to use stencils. And I definitely need to pick up some more stencils with patterns like this. This really tight small pattern works great for just adding some background texture that you can't really tell what it is. It's not like flowers or like a very defined pattern, I guess. Large pattern. It just looks like textured color in the background, which is what I wanted. So I'm using some Tattered Rose Distress Oxide ink and using a makeup brush. I'm trying to concentrate the color in the bottom right hand corner and then just have it kind of fade out throughout the rest of the page. Another nice thing about using the makeup brush is you can really control the intensity of the ink. So I want it to be very light. It's probably very hard to see on camera, but in person you can see just this fun kind of texture that's going to be behind everything. Before I stick down my die cuts, I am going to do some stamping. So I've pulled out some VersaMagic inks. I think I have Thatched Straw, Pink Grapefruit, and then Turquoise Gem, Sea Gem, something like that. I don't know. It's the turquoise one. And for this technique, we've seen Shauna do it. We've seen a lot of the other ladies do this. Rather than have the stamp be like a focal point, I'm using it more as a background element. So they do have, some of the stamps say scripture or date or prayer, so you could actually write in the stamp and have it be, an element that you see. But I'm just using the colored inks and messily stamping them in the background. So I'm really picking the stamps based more off of their shape rather than what is inside of them. And you can see for these darker colors, I'm going to stamp them off on that separate piece of scrap paper first and then bring it to the Bible page. That way it's even more faint and, again, just looking more like a background element rather than a focal element. I don't want it to look too busy down in this corner. I want it to be able to be, focus on the journaling card, focus on the Adventure Begins Here piece, and let everything else kind of fade in the background. I'm going to stamp a couple of these up in the top right hand corner just because I don't want this to be too heavy towards the bottom here. I was going to do some journaling up there, but I ended up just keeping all of my journaling onto that little tag piece. I'm going to add just a little bit of the washi tape that comes in the kit. Now, I do believe that the physical kit is still available over at illustratedfaith.com. I have it linked down below. If it's not in its entirety, they should have pieces of the kit, or you can still order the digital version. So I'll have that link down below and you can check out and see what's still available. Here you can see I haven't really used any of the stickers yet, so I'm going to pull out one of those stickers just to layer behind everything. They're so cute that I really don't want to cover them up, but I also just have to commit and use them as layering pieces, because if not, I will just hoard them and never use them. I will admit, I really love the devotional content for the kit this month, and I really love the graphics, but I am having a little bit of a hard time tying in the travel theme graphics with the depth of the devotional content. I don't know if it's just because I haven't worked with it a whole lot yet, or if I'm just, I don't know, I'm having to kind of work to incorporate the travel theme with the devotional content, if that makes sense. All right, those stickers that I used to spell out God provides, I was able to find those online, so they'll be linked down below for you. The blue really works perfect with the blues that are in these collections here. And then as a finishing touch, I'm pulling out some of those chipboard phrases. There's these little like circular pieces. I'm pulling those out and using those on there. It's almost like using enamel dots, but they're chipboard stickers instead, and there's tons of them on these sheets. These graphics are super, super cute, and we are doing tons of traveling. We actually leave in a couple days to fly to Idaho, so I will be able to use any leftover bits in my documenting of that trip and those photos, so that kind of works for me. I know that I'm going to get a lot of use out of those products outside of this devotional kit. Creating a little tab cluster up at the top. I do like to cut the tabs in half and then just stick them on a piece of cardstock and cut it out. That way I have twice as many tabs. Like I said, I do want to go back and journal some of the other prompts from the first day, and so I will have more than just the 4 or 5 journaling entries, I think is what's going to happen. So for my little tag, I'm looking to see if I want to add any elements up there, and I decided to use these brads. These were an add-on item that you could get. They're no longer over at illustratedfaith.com, but I have linked some options over at scrapbook.com down below, and so you can check that out and see if they still have them available. But these brads, I'm just poking a hole in the top, trying to mostly be in the tab, but it is a little bit in the Bible page, so you'll see I can on the back side of the page, I can see that brad, but I can cover it up with some washi tape and a tab if I end up journaling. Now, I had some issues with my stickers not sticking, so this is the first time I've ever actually sewn directly onto my Bible page. I didn't catch it on camera because I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but I'm going to cover the stitching with some washi tape, and then if I journal on this side, I can just use some like patterned paper behind a title or something like that to cover it up. I'm not too worried about it. But there's a look at the finished entry. Really, really simple. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Check out the description box for links to everything that I used today. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.